What's up? Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Now, guys, man, I know I was supposed to come back yesterday to give you guys a content or two, but remember, if you guys don't see me, then just watch the shorts or everything else that you see there. Now, guys, we have a bag of things to talk about, troubling things to talk about, but we're just here to unpack some things and then we're going to get on with it. So we're talking about the story here, people, right here. And I hope, like I said before I start this conversation, early bird eat the fattest worm. And like I start this conversation and this content, I hope your weekend has been great so far. I hope you did everything that your heart desire. And I hope you chillax, relax, and get some me time and all of those goodness that comes with the weekend when you're not out here with your ambitious self. Okay, guys? So bright and early in the morning, as usual, I'm out here packing a content or two. So let's unpack. So we're going to talk about this disturbing story. Imagine that you were locked up in a mental facility for 20 years and now you're 43. Some people always say when it comes to different nationality or different ethnic background, they're treated differently when it comes to mental illness. They're treated differently when it comes to healthcare. They're treated differently when it comes to having a job, getting paid for a job. They're treated differently by the whole society, allegedly. All right? People, this one is really disturbing and troubling, breaks my heart, but only thing I could do is bring light to it, to the public, so to speak. Let's unpack the story quick and fast, yes? Every stone must now be overturned to find this man some hope, okay? Anita to the Court of Appeal, all right? The saddest part about the story, people, it's not on the news. Can't find the audio for it. But I do my diligent duty to read from the best of my ability. Okay, guys? So please listen up. And thank you for your patience to also listen, all right? Part of learning is always listening. And part of understanding is also listening and comprehending, right? So let's unpack. Law 360 Canada, January 6. An important case was argued before Ontario Court of Appeal, recent, January 5th, 2026. The appellant, that's the person who is in a maximum security psychiatric facility, Camelot Hamblett, is a middle-aged black man who has spent half of his life locked in a small cell in a maximum security psychiatric facility. Say what now? It's a middle-aged black man who has spent half of his life locked in a small cell in a maximum security psychiatric facility. A psychiatric facility, people. Okay? Anyhow, it's troubling and disturbing. I can't even start to read. It's troubling and disturbing. Okay? Let's unpack. He has treated resistant schizophrenia since he's a teen and continues to experience highly distressing hallucination. So guys, if he has had treatment resistance for these kind of so-called diagnosed, then is it possible that he has something else other than these things that they diagnosed him with? Because a lot of times, allegedly, we're diagnosed wrongfully. Yes? So let's continue. Hamblett, that's the victim, that's the appellant, was found not criminal responsible on August 7, 2007 on charges of assault and sexual assault, arising from incident in June 2004 and 2005. Even before he was found NCR, he was detained at a Waypoint Center for Mental Health Care, formerly known as the Oak Ridge facility of Pegnasheen, and deemed unfit to stand trial for 2 years. He's been held there ever since in locked seclusion for 20 years. He was just 23 when he committed the index of offenses. He's now 43 now. Let that sit in your brain for a second, man. Let that sit in your brain for a second. So because of these two crimes, they claim that he has to be held at the Waypoint Center for Mental Health Care. He was just 23. The man is 43 now, right there looking at you guys. So they held him in this facility for 20 years. I'm assuming that they get mad money to hold this man in this facility. Let's unpack the story quick and fast. Hamblett was born in Toronto and raised by a Jamaican-born mother as the eldest of 3 children. He had a stable childhood, attended school regular, and completed grade 10. There is a family history of severe mental illness, including psychotic disorders. In 1999, he sustained a traumatic facial injury during an altercation in which his lower lip was bitten off and could not be successfully reattached. Following this, he became social withdrawn, fixated on his appearance, stopped attending school, and began experiencing hallucination. All right? He lived with his mother and sisters and was supported by ODSP, that's disability. While he has no adult criminal record, he had a youth convictions for assault and was charged as an adult in 2001, 2002. Though all those charges were withdrawn or resolved by a peace bond. So wait a minute. If this man don't have any adult charges, and all of this happened in 2001, 2002, 2007, why is he still locked in a mental facility for 20 years? See what goes on out here? It only takes me to come and drop this story out here. Because everybody out here run about mental health, but they really don't give a shit. Because when them ready to curse you, they're the first thing come out of their mouth. Go away because you're mentally ill. But look at the story. Look at this sad story. So if he has no adult criminal record, and all of those charges, like I said, I read before, was thrown out, was rectified with a peace bond, why is he still living in a mental facility? Why isn't he not in the public and being monitored by his mom, by his peers, doctors, and when he gets out of line, then you guys could admit him and let him out back? He doesn't have that right? Is it because his mom is Jamaican? Or is it because he's a person of color? Or what is it? Just asking people, because this went in front of the judge on January 5th. So the whole question is being asked by the lawyer, and these questions are being asked by me, and hopefully the public will be asking these questions. Okay? I want you guys to follow me. Let me go all the way back because I don't want you guys to think I'm in my feelings because I'm a person of color. Come with me, walk with me hand in hand, folks. So I want to touch its bases and I'm going to go on my screen for a second, yes? 1 second. Read with me hand in hand. There was an appeal, January 5th, 2006. Guys, I don't have the audio. The audio is not playing and I can't find this nowhere on YouTube. Just to show you how secret this cases. When you pull up this in the Star, you don't see it unless you subscribe and pay some money. So girl did her homework from yesterday and said, yo, this story is not hiding from me. I am going to find the story, read the story, come and pack the story. Okay? So hold my hands, read with me. In August 7th, 2007, on charges of assault and sexually assault, arising from incident in June 2004 and 2005. Yes? Read with me, hand in hand. After 2005 people and all of that, he was held at the Oak Ridge facility in Pinguisheen and deemed unfit to stand trial for 2 years. He's been held ever since in the locked seclusion for 20 years. He was just 23 when these things happened. Walk with me. Hamblett, the person who we're speaking about, was born in Toronto, so he's a Canadian born and raised by a Jamaican born mother. Walk with me some more. The family has a history of severe mental illness. He had a psychotic disorder in 1999 where he had a trauma of a facial injury, somebody bite off his lip. So walk with me hand in hand. You have people nowadays days have lips, changing their lips. You have people nowadays days have their own color, bleach that out. You have people nowadays days have their body, have their breast, change it out. So imagine that your lip was bitten off and it couldn't be fixed. And possible don't have the money to be fixed because you're locked up in this facility. So that threw him off. That was a problem for him. He withdrew, never finished high school because he withdrew in grade 10. What happened? He had a facial injury during an altercation, which his lower lip was bitten off and could not be attached, reattached. So when you're in grade 10, how old are you? When you're in grade 10, how old are you? When you're in grade 10, you're about 16, right? When you're in grade 10, you're about 16, correct? Hold on, people. 1 second. Okay? So just imagine that trauma. Then there's a history of mental illness, all right? Let's continue. Then I say to me, walk. I have to walk with you guys hand in hand, all right? Walk with me. He's supported by ODSP, that's disability. While he has no criminal record of an adult, he had a youth conviction for an assault and was charged as an adult in 2000, 2001, 2002. Though all charges were withdrawn or resolved by peace bond. Remember, when you have a peace bond, guys, once you behave yourself, those charges are supposed to go. So the question I want to ask the criminal system, if somebody's mentally ill, why bother go and charge them if you know they can't even sustain some of this? And if he was not criminally responsible before, way back, why continue to charge him? You see where I'm going with this? So is it possible that when he was young, allegedly his mom never seeked the help that she needed? And is it possible, because a person of color and the mom's background, is it possible that the mental situation plagued him more? Let me explain. You have a lot of black moms, when their children are mentally ill, they blow it off, shoot off. Move from here, you mad boy. Go and sit down, you mad like. And the list go on. In the black community, when you talk about mental illness, sometimes you shunder away, sometimes you lock away, sometimes you ignore. So is this case? I am not sure. Let's continue to unpack. Please and thank you for your patience, all right? Guys, when I come with these stories, I want you guys to keenly understand that you won't see me unless the story is important. Remember, mental illness is plaguing the black community, especially black men. But in the black community, they're told, man up. Don't be a sissy. Don't act like a girl. Man up. So that's what's killing most of the time black men with mental illness. Because they always have to man up. Don't cry about it. Don't complain. Man up. Pull up your pants. Be a man. Man up. Strong up. Okay? Let's continue. So walk with me hand in hand. If all of these cases were withdrawn and all of these were resolved by peace bond, why is he still locked up in the facility from his 23? Why is he now 43 years old and locked up in the facility for 20 years? So is this man that dangerous why he can't come out here in the public? I'm just asking, folks. Let's continue. All right? Let's continue. Let me put back his picture up because they blurred out a little bit, but we're still going to put up the big man up here, right? Not because he's mentally ill doesn't mean that he's not someone. Okay? So let me try to find his picture one more time. Right there. All right? Let's continue. So everything was resolved by peace bond. Yes? Let's go. Hamblett has a long and severe psychiatric history beginning in 2000. He experienced repeatedly hospitalization with psychosis, catatonia, and aggressive behavior, and was diagnosed with schizophrenia. He has been found incapable of consenting to treatment. So why you held him in the facility for so long? Come now, man. Make we beat them out here. Why did you hold him in the facility for so long? Remember his mom. He's an adult and he cannot consent. To any treatment. And his mom really cannot consent to that really because he's an adult. So walk with me one more time. If he cannot consent to treatment, and obviously you can't get his mom's signature on it, why are you guys holding him in the facility against his will? Since he's not capable enough to tell you guys to let him out. Come now, man. Make we reason. So we got problem here, oh. Trouble is here, oh. Possible racism, yo. Seriously. I hope you guys are following me while I'm out here shouting early in the morning. People, he has no criminal record as we can see. And to even bring up his criminal past is all hogwash. Because once you have no criminal record, you had a peace man and everything is wiped. Why bother even bring it into this article? But because they're the one who wrote the article, it would be unfair for me not to bring everything in the article. But kiss me teeth and pass. So what do I always say to you of a person of color? Your past will always become your present, even if in a dead day. Even if it's not there. Because remember, everything was dismissed. And he had peace bond. Meaning when you have a peace bond, that shit don't go on your criminal record most of the time. Remember again in Canada, when you're youth and you do a crime, back then by the time you reach about 17, 18, that shit is wiped. And I believe that law has changed. I have to revisit that law again. So walk with me. He was 23 when he was locked up in this facility. He's 43 right now. Walk with me right now. He was being found incapable of consenting to treatment or managing his property. His family acts as a substitute decision maker and a public guardian, and trustee manages his finances. He is also diagnosed with cocaine and cannabis use of disorder. Kiss me teeth and pass. Wait a minute. Let me shout. So marijuana not legalized in Canada? Jah know me have to laugh for that one day. So come again. Why a lot of people can walk in the park with their spliff? Why a lot of people who are not a person of color can own those dispensary? Why people can have all kind of bag of weed in their car? The black man is still diagnosed with cocaine and cannabis use disorder. Let me unpack even drugs. There's safe houses in Canada that people can go and smoke drugs freely, whether it's cocaine, crack, you name it. So how this man supposed to be diagnosed with cocaine and cannabis use disorder? Where you guys get that from? If marijuana is legalized, how can you guys talk about marijuana? If there's facility out here where folks that don't look like us can go and smoke quietly, why come out here and shout cocaine? So you see how the world is unfair? You see how there's rules out here for some and there's not rules out here for none? Let's continue. I won't stay in my feelings for long. I'm just unpacking. Let's continue. Both is sustained remission in controlled environment. Like I said, there's facility here, controlled environment, where you can ask for clean needle, clean rubber band to tie up your hand, insert your drugs, sit quietly. So why all of these stigma on this black man? Let's continue. The index offenses occur June 2004 and June 2005. In the first, he violently attempted to sexually assault a woman in public before fleeing. Obviously, he's sick. Because to sexually assault someone in public, obviously you're going to get caught red-handed. Correct? Following further episodes and psychosis aggression towards family members, he was repeatedly hospitalization. So I'm family every time him get out of hand, the family maybe call the police, slap him in at the hospital. So sometimes we don't know what to do with our sick family, so we leave them to the hands of the government. This is why right now he's in that facility for 20 years. Because family can't manage him. Family don't know what to do. Probably family is not even taking classes of some of these things, so they don't know what to do. So as soon as he get out of line, lock him up in a mental ward. I'm just asking people I don't know. It's just my humble opinion. Let's continue. The second index offense involved unprovoked assaults and 2 hospital visitors. He was ultimately found unfit to stand trial, later found NCR, and has been under the jurisdiction of Ontario Review Board since 2006. So from 2006, this brother came sitting down on someone's board, someone's desk, and him kissed it and pass till I pick up the story. After there's appeal in January 5th, not too long that passed last week, and I'm here right now dropping the story to you all. All right? Let's continue. Hamblett, this is the young man here, has been continuously detained at Oak Ridge Waypoint Maximum Security Facility for nearly 20 years. He spent the entire period locked, seclusion, due to persistent psychosis, common hallucinations, and aggressive behavior. His condition has shown no sustained improvement. Treatment have included multiple medication trials and 18 sessions of therapy in 2007. So what are the man in here doing? Turning him into a guinea pig? If the treatment is not sustained, and he's not taking, his body's not taking it, Is it perhaps you guys have to revisit this? Is it perhaps some of those things that you guys diagnosed this man with he doesn't have? Because sometimes when you don't have these things, the medication don't work. Come now, man. Multiple medication. And multiple medication people have side effects. So when you see him a slap and beat and aggressive, should be the medication. So you see how men are out here, black people are out here as guinea pigs. So when one medication don't work, you give him another. When the other don't work, you give him something stronger and you continue. Till you guys lock him down in the facility for 20 years. Okay? Let's continue. He had 18 sessions of electroconvulsive therapy in 2007, which were effective and possible worsen which was ineffective and possible worsen his aggression. What did I say? Because possible what they diagnosed this man with, he doesn't have. They gave him 18 sessions of it. So when you give him the first one and the second one and the third one and the fourth one, when did you realize it's not working? You gave this man 18 sessions and you realize now it's ineffective, possible worsen his aggression. Yo, you guys should get a big lawsuit. What is the mom doing? Want to forget a big lawsuit. Like, what is the mom doing? So now have the man in the facility treating him like a guinea pig. Seriously. Let's continue. A brief of modest improvement in 2007, which clozapine was not sustained. So they give him a next medication in 2007 and it never worked. Is it possible that this young man don't have all of those things that they claim say he has? Is it possible that the young man is just angry and mad that they hold him so every time they come and try to give him some chattings, him just slap them over? Is it possible? Is it possible when you're being held by against your will, you're ready to tear up the place? Is it possible? Because if this young man did have all of these sickness, then it's possible one of the medication would have worked. So therefore, they don't even know what's wrong with this young man. And they're just using this young man, allegedly, like a guinea pig. 18 sessions, multiple medication. 2017, they tried something new. It didn't work. Let's continue. In 2005, annual hearing before the Ontario Review Board, the hospital and the Crown recommend continued detention. Really, Crown? Hamblett argued that a treatment in phase had been reached and sought an independent assessment. Evidence showed ongoing severe psychosis, frequent hallucination, emotion distress, sexual disinhibition, and violence towards staff. So let me tell you something. Lots of these medication will make him have erosion. So he's maybe in there feeling up himself, touching himself, which is part of the medication. Go sit down. Man been locked up in a facility without no sex for 20-something years. Go away. Well, he's not human. All is not in his back. Him not have a cock underneath him. So what you want him to do with it? So these are the things that I'm talking about, people. Sad, but we're not surprised. Let's continue. He remains their constant seclusion. So they lock him up in a room by himself with no one. With restraints, tie him down on the bed, maybe have a straight jacket on at times. He remains near constant seclusion with restraints during relief periods, supervised by multiple staff. Despite effort to adjust medication and provide seclusion relief, his functioning, hygiene, and overall condition declined during the reporting year. So the man not even obeyed. I have another case like this, but I soon drop it. So because they seclude him so much, the young man is not getting to go to the shower. Because they're not going to waste their time to go get him out of seclusion to go give him a bath. So they have the young man in there, possible not feeding him, allegedly. Not giving him a bath, allegedly. His hygiene is worsened. Behavior get worsened. Medication is not working. So why continue to lock him up in a facility? If that's a facility to fix him, to give him the medication for him to be okay and it's not working, the facility is not working, let out the man. Let him out. Because the facility is not working, then you don't need to collect no more money from the government or taxpayers to continue to give him medication that is not working. You understand? So this one hurt me to the core, but what can I say? Let's continue. Hygiene overall condition decline. That means that the man stink. During the reporting year, his clinical presentation remains unchanged, despite 2 decades of detention, 20 years. Hamblett submit, as he did not at the hearing, that no progress had been made and that none was likely. The board error was unreasonable, refusing to order an independent assessment of his situation. Board should get a lawsuit as well. An independent evaluation was necessary to assess treatment alternatives and obtain additional evidence regarding prospect of rehabilitation, like I said, and reintegration in the community. I would think, among other grounds, Hamblett's counsel, Anita, and Michael argue that his case constitute a special emergency, possible violating this man's Charter of Rights. Any reasonable member of the public, if told that someone has been kept in what amount to a small cell in a maximum security psychiatric facility for 20 years, would be alarming and alarmed, like how me I come shout it too, no? And troubled. Right in factum, every stone must now overturn to find the man some hope of real and relief. His suffering is not being elevated and arguable is inhumane conditions. The condition under which Hamblett must reside are no worse. Come remember him not beard, possible not eating, possible not going to none of the program them in the facility because he's locked down under seclusion 24/7 for 20 years. I want you to picture that mini cell. I want to picture that cell that you're not having a shower. Picture that cell what it looks like. Picture that cell what it smells like. Picture that young man possible looking like. Because this is just a picture. That one maybe before picture. Yes? Let's continue. The conditions under which Hamblett must reside are no worse than those of federal penitentiaries inmates who has been found of guilty of crimes. Remember, guys, he was found not guilty of none because he's not mentally stable to go to trial. Doesn't have an adult criminal record. All of those charges had rectified long time ago with a peace bond. And how do you put a mental person who cannot even stand trial on a peace bond? I don't know. Judge, you're full of shit, but what can I say? So you see what happened to our black men when they're mentally ill in the system? You see what mental illness cause? You see what wrong diagnosis cause? Because the medication is not working, then half of those things he doesn't have. And if you give him 18 sessions of this and that, and it made his aggressive worse, then I wanna turn him into a zombie and a monster. And if you lock up a black person or lock up any human being in a cell, not having a shower, not end up in society, hardly could see his family, then you're killing him slowly. Oh no, wicked. And you guys are violating his charter of rights. And we're out here to shout. How dare ya? Shame on ya. You understand? So let's continue to unpack the story. It hurt me deeply. So I have to shout. He began with Terry. Fitzsimon enlisted the report of Dr. Stewart, a highly regarded psychiatrist, and a Harvard University professor had conducted groundbreaking research on effects of solidarity confinement in California, Pelican Bay maximum security prisons. Frismont was held in solitary confinement for 6 years before being released and going on a spree of bank robberies and murders. Indefinite solitary confinement caused severe harm, and Harvard report has also accepted research and conditions, and Kingston now closed prison for a woman. Okay? Garcian was also an expert on British Columbia decision handed down on January 17, 2018, which held that long-term solidarity confinement breach. 7 of the charter, and therefore unconstitutional. Like I said, they're violating his charter of rights. It was found indefinite, and solidarity confinement caused severe harm, especially to the mentally ill. Like I said, I am not a doctor, but it's obvious. Let's continue. Especially to mental ill and indigenous people and black folks, and lack proper safeguards. However, relents on BC decision was insufficient in a motion to approve a class action lawsuit, like I said, where the plaintiff relied on decision across the country to found placing an inmate in a serious mental health illness, administrative segregation, or placing any inmate in an administrative segregation for a prolonged period of time, eventually defined as 15 or more days, is negligent breach of duty, breach of inmate right under Section 7 and 12 of his Charter of Rights. Like I said, the Ontario Court of Appeal will now have the opportunity to ensure psychiatric patients are afforded the Charter of Rights available to other Canadian citizens. Didn't I not tell you that they have violated this man's Charter of Rights? Off the bat, I told you guys that. But that happened a lot to black folks in Canada. So we're not surprised, and I won't even say allegedly. Because by law, you're not supposed to hold him so long. 20 years. And all their medication is not working. All their treatment is not working. And guess what, guys? He's not stable enough to give them consent. So if you don't have consent to do so, why are you doing it? And if the medication is not working, why are you giving it? Let's continue. The Ontario Court of Appeal will now have the opportunity, guys, to figure this case out. It already went in front of the court January 5th, 2005. Fast forward all the way at the bottom. The opinions expressed of those are deeply troubling and frustrating. Kiss my teeth and pass, literally. So that's the story, guys. So we're going to shout out some key points. Not only that, under Section 7 and 12 of the Charter Rights, you're only supposed to keep somebody in a facility 15 or more days. To segregate someone, you're violating their Charter of Rights. The man had no criminal record. None whatsoever. Okay, guys? None whatsoever. He suffered in the past a severe injury when he was younger, when his lip was bitten off. So just imagine that. If people have their regular lip and gotten to make it bigger, imagine someone that has no lip. How would you feel? How would you go in the public? How would you look, girls? And all the lists. So I believe that played on his mind tremendously. Okay? We found out that he had a peace bond. And we also found out that all his criminal record was squashed. We found out in this case as well that all the medication that they're giving this young man is not working. But he's still held in the facility for 20 years. He was 23 when they locked him up in this facility. And now he's 43 years old. In a little box. Hygiene got worse. Not having a shower. No proper hygiene. Probably not eating well. Not hanging out with the rest of the inmates. Just secluded, segregated. Smelling real stinky, real bad. Medication is not working. And the man is more aggressive as you can think. So what do you guys think about this case? This is more than cruelty. Worse than animal cruelty, because you won't even do animal like this. But a lot of times race has to do with it. So I'll just kiss my teeth and pass. All right? So I leave this on you guys' shoulder to watch this case. Keep you guys' eyes on the ground because we're going to follow this case tremendously. I hope the mother can come and give us a highlight. I hope that one day the mom can come and tell us. And I hope one day this young man can see the story and come tell us what happened to him and what occurred and how he was treated. Because there's other black men out here getting the same treatment. So from there, guys, I want to go to another story. Exactly like this, but worse. There was a story, guys, once upon a time in America where a black man was held in a facility like this one, and he was eaten alive by bedbug and died by bedbug. Eaten alive by bedbug and died by eaten alive with bedbug. So I'm going to unpack the story for you. Quick and fast. Let me see if I could find it. Okay? This is the story here. Did you guys hear about the story way back in 2022? I came and unpacked it. It's on my channel, I believe. There was a black man have mental illness. And they locked him in a mental ward. Didn't go look about him. And he died by severe bedbug infestation in the jail and dead. Bedbug ate him alive. Because once you're mentally ill, nobody come and check on you allegedly. Once you're mentally ill, allegedly, you don't even get to have a shower because you can't even go near next the population in the prison. So let me find that story for you guys and remind you that this is not the first or second or third. This has been happening for a while to our black men. All right? So I'm going to unpack the story for you guys in a second. One second. One second, guys. I'm slow to my roll. Well, give me some time. Just a little bit tired anyway. 1 second, guys. One second. Give me a second. Jesus. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. 1 second. One second. Come on, man. Where are you? I put you in my email. My email is so full at times, guys. Okay. I want you to get to the story. And let's get to the story. Because remember, there was a class action lawsuit and all of that. So I want to get to the story quick and fast. This is the young man. This is the young man. He died in Fulton jail. He was mentally ill and they left him to rot. Georgia and eaten by bedbugs. Crump was his lawyer. So let's get on the case quick and fast.
You look at this picture. We look at it. This was the psychiatric ward of the Fulton County Jail. But the family want people to see, just like Mamie Till wanted people to see. Because if people don't see, people don't care. And people need to care about how we treat the mentally ill in our society. Amen. And so, just his eyes, nothing more than his eyes. You see these bed bugs, these lice. They were not only in his eyes, they were in his nose, they were in his mouth, they were in his ears. And Attorney Harper, what we got, over 1,000 bites all over his body. And that's how they found him. You look at this picture.
So people, let me give you the real deal of the story. Please and thank you. So that was his lawyer because they put a lawsuit on the jail. What was the story? A black man that was locked up in a psychiatric facility. Nobody gave a shit about him. He was there in feces, urine, full of bed bug and lice, eaten alive. Because once they throw you in that facility, people, you end up like this guy like we're talking about. Hamblett for 20 years. Possibly eaten by bedbug. You hear in the recent case that I dropped, Hamblett hygiene got worse. They're not having a shower. So I could imagine what this Hamblett jail cell look like if his hygiene is getting worse. So let's get to the real deal of the story. Please and thank you. The story that happened in the past, like I told you, it's not the first time it happened. So let's unpack the story. Quick and fast.
For justice and answers continue after LaShawn Thompson died while he was locked up in the Fulton County Jail. He died last September, and his family claims that while he was there, he was eaten alive by bedbugs and other insects. The images of his jail cell are almost too gruesome to comprehend. 11 Alive's Teresa Bowles spoke with people carrying on the fight for Thompson, and they are not just asking for justice. They are calling for the Fulton County Jail and the prison system as a whole to be shut down.
More than 4 organizations unite.
Hollywood couldn't come up with a script more scary. Eaten alive by bedbugs.
In hopes of justice for LaShawn Thompson, the 35-year-old died 7 months ago while in the psychiatric wing of the Fulton County Jail.
What happened to Mr. Thompson is basically a microcosm of the prison system.
We're not surprised. Happened a lot.
We are still waiting to learn the cause of Thompson's death. However, we know his cell condition
Look at it.
horrible. During a previous protest, Sheriff
Look at it.
agrees.
This is absolutely unconscionable. Point blank.
And
So because you're mentally ill, you'll be locked up in this facility. Nobody give a shit about you. So that's what happened to the young man right now in Canada. He's locked up in a facility for 20 years and his hygiene is getting worse. Aggression is getting worse. Probably not seeing his family. Don't see nobody else in the yard because he's isolated in a facility for 20 years. Hygiene is getting worse. So you see that man, jail cell, what he look like? He was eaten alive by bedbug because the guard, the nurse, and nobody never give a shit about that black man. And I came 3 years ago to unpack the story to you guys. That's why I'm revisiting the story. Because it happened a lot to our black men. Let's continue.
Fulton County medical examiner noted a severe bedbug infestation.
We don't know what he could have done with his life, but what we do know is that due to him not being able to afford $2,500 worth of bail, Fulton County Jail decided his life doesn't matter. His hygiene doesn't matter.
Protesters believe Thompson was just another victim of the criminal justice.
Of course.
It's a pain Belkis Duran can relate to. Her son Manuel Paez was shot and killed during a protest 4 months ago.
People that is innocent are dying all over the country, not only here, all over the country. And they...
So you get the drift? So when you see me out here unpacking the story, It's been happening for a while. So we're going to shout. You have a mental illness? Are you taking care of it? Does your family understand it? Remember a long time ago, they used to use us as guinea pigs. Remember a long time ago in prison, that's where they used to bring their medication to test them. Do test trial. I will come back with that receipt. So we're not surprised how they have this young man. One second. In a facility for over 20 years. Give him 18 sessions of nonsense, never worked, made it worse, and continue to give him medication that don't work. How long time they've been using us as guinea pig? They used to do that in prison on black men to go and test drugs on them before they bring it in the public. Now, who are they taking up looking like almost like black men to do that? They claim monkeys. Who are the test trial now on medication? Monkeys, rats. Remember, without testing medication on monkeys, we wouldn't even know that antibiotics work out here. Remember, lots of animals like snakes and the venom and stuff end up in a lot of our medication out here. So don't play with it. Don't play with it when you come over here. You learn 1 and 2 things. But we're out here also protesting quietly on these kind of cases. I should have went to school for law, man. Seriously, I'm not have to jump in at some of them cases here. Seriously. When I went to college, I should have went to college or university. Should I did some paralegal course or I did 4 years in university and then go on to law school. Seriously. But it's never too late. Because you're never too old for education. So when I come and tell you guys this, people, I'm not lying. It happened before and I unpack a story like this already. The only worst thing is that another black man died and died from bedbug infestation because nobody went to go check on him in a psychiatric ward. Just left him to die. So I hope the mom can come shed some light on this story. I hope the mom could even reach us to us so we could hear what she's saying. And I hope to God they let him out of this facility. And I'm telling you right now, God, I swear to tell you guys right now, I lift my hand to Almighty God, I'll be on this story. So are we surprised out here? No, we're not. Are we surprised out here? No, we're not. So I want you guys to listen to the story again when the little boy the man has been eaten by bed bugs. Listen for yourself again.
Tired of
1 second.
With constant pain.
Alive by hundreds of bed bugs.
This is a crime scene.
Keep on listening.
New images from inside a psych ward at this Atlanta jail is now shedding light on how LaShawn Thompson was living in the hours before he died.
When I got the phone call, I was so heartbroken.
Staff at the Fulton County Jail accused of ignoring his cries for help. Now the sheriff is promising to hold his team accountable.
This is absolutely unconscionable.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. 35-year-old LaShawn Thompson was schizophrenic, but other than that, he had no pre-existing health conditions. He was booked into the Fulton County Jail back in June 2022.
I don't know why these are so low. It's very low.
But over the course of the 3 months that he was there, his health had been declining, and judging by the bug-infested, filthy jail cell he was in, you can only imagine why. This case took a disturbing turn when his autopsy photos were revealed, and his attorneys say that there were hundreds of bedbug bites all over his body.
We ain't gonna let you pass the baton. Justice for LaShawn.
The horrific pictures tell the story.
You see these bed bugs, these lice, they were not only...
Look at the man's body, man.
They were in his mouth,
Georgia.
his ears.
And with attorney Ben Crump behind them, the Thompson family says they want justice and accountability.
LaShawn laid in a jail cell. Can you imagine?
Remember, when you're mentally ill, it's hard for you to get visits. Try know this. Remember, when you're mentally ill, and can't give consent to some of those paperwork, you're locked away and ain't nobody coming to visit you. Because if that's the case, if the case that we're talking about, no. Let's put it up. 1 second. One second, guys. If his family could have able to go and see him, guys, they would have realized that this man has a hygiene issue. So obviously the family can get to see him. Because if you have a Jamaican mom not going to sit there and know that her son stink. So right now his hygiene is getting worse. Worse, 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 worse. Okay, guys? Right now his hygiene is getting worse. He's been locked up for 20 years in Canada. A mental facility for 20 years. Let me echo this again. The man has no criminal record. And all the medication that they're giving this man is not working. So it's just a money-making institution that you hold on to this man on. That's why I keep on telling you, moms, especially in schools, when they come out here and tell you that your child have a behavior problem, don't go to their doctors. Allegedly. Because the medication where you have to go put your child on, it's out of the way. And sometimes these medications have side effects. Make your situation worse. So they've been doing this for a long time. If for people them are not mentally ill and diagnosed wrong, we're ill-treated. If that's not the case, we're charged wrongfully. And all kind of charges and pack up, even if it's one charge. A lot of times we're diagnosed wrongfully. So I want you guys to walk with me one more time. Let me highlight this another time. I want you guys to understand fully because I don't have the audio. There's no audio. The story is hidden. You have to go in the paper to read this. And when you go in Toronto Star to read the paper, guys, in a day they're in already unless you subscribe and pay your money. So there's other ways to find the story. So that's why I had to find the story because the story is hidden. It never became on news. You think the government want we to know this? So a black man could rebel and say, nah, man, we're not going to that facility. Hell nah. There's also cases in Canada as well, where the police come and mental illness situation and the people end up dead. You have Ridges. You have a next man. You have so many other stories, people. So many stories. So I want you to walk with me for a second. I want to highlight this thing so you guys could get it because I don't have the audio. So walk with me in the article. Please and thank you. Thank you for your patience. Or your patient. He's been where? Locked in seclusion? 20 years. He is 43. What's his name? Last name? Hamblett. He was born in Toronto and raised by a Jamaican mom. What was his issue when he was young? He sustained a traumatic facial injury during a fight, altercation, a fight, which his lower lip was bitten off. So as a young man, like women, and your lip bitten off, somebody gonna talk to you? If it couldn't successfully reattach, look, then what you think how the young man felt about his appearance? If people nowadays just have their regular lips and I make it bigger, if people have their natural body and breasts and making it perkier, what do you think would happen to the young man if he has no lips? So that will cause some kind of mental issue. Self-esteem problems. So on top of his hurt, you guys penalize him? You guys claim say he's schizophrenic. Has schizophrenia. But watch this, guys. They said he was diagnosed with what? Schizophrenia. What did they say, people? He was also diagnosed with cocaine and cannabis. But marijuana is legalized in Canada. So how you going to come talk about the man was diagnosed with cannabis? Go sit one side. Aren't these not people that don't look like us smoking that shit for free? Have all of this dispensary that we don't own, and it's black people all the time being activists over the world. Let go the marijuana, it helps. Let go the marijuana, it cures. Let go the marijuana. So how can you guys diagnose this man with cannabis when that shit is legalized? So the doctor should be full of shit with himself. And how can you talk about cocaine when this man is locked up in a facility not doing any cocaine? Where would he get the cocaine from? Obviously it would be from the guard. Allegedly, because where would he get it from in the facility that is secluded? And not only that, people, we have drug sites in many places, and also in Canada, where you can go smoke up and push your needle in your arm without any cause. So all of this is not even relevant that they put here. So marijuana is legalized, but black men is still penalized by diagnosed with cannabis. Make that make sense for you. Not only that, guys, he was unfit to stand trial. Look it. Not only that, guys, he was locked up in the facility for 20 years. Not only that, guys, despite effort to adjust medication and provide seclusion relief, his functioning hygiene overall condition declined. That means him stink like hell. Because nobody's not taking out that boy to go give him a shower. Same like what happened to that boy just now with the infestation of the bed bugs and how nasty his cell was. So this is the flight and the heights of wickedness. Not only that, guys, walk with me. Walk with me. 1 second, guys. Trying to find it. 1 second. His clinical presentation remain unchanged. That means the medication and all of that shit that they're doing to that man is not working. So is it possible that he doesn't have those diagnoses that they claim say he has? I don't think so. But I'm not a doctor. What can I say? Watch this again, guys. They gave him 18 sessions of electroconvulsive therapy in 2007, people, which ineffectively. It's ineffective, it didn't work, and possible worsen the man aggression. Come walk with me again. In 2017, they gave him medication, people, and it didn't work. So right now, all of these people violate the man's Charter of Rights and all of that. Now you see why I'm on the ground with this case? Now you see why I'm out here shouting before there? Now you see why, guys? So I want you to have a word of prayer for this man. Mental illness is real. And when it's diagnosed wrongfully, when people out here allegedly like to make money off of people, you'll be stuck in a facility like this for 20 years. Being fed medication like a guinea pig that's not working for you. If all of these things that he had, and those medication are for it, why isn't it not working, sir? So let go the man and let go the man short and release the man. He's been in the facility too long, and you guys been cashing in for too long. Simple as that. So I had to come out here and shout early Sunday morning. All right, guys? It's ungodly. And it should be a big protest because of this. It didn't come on the news because they don't want to uproar the black community. It was quietly in a paper somewhere people lodge. But when you like to read, when you put down your phone for a little bit and say, make me read some things, keep my mind occupied, you find these stories. So I had to come out and shout, people, violating the man's Charter of Rights. People, locked up in a facility for 20 years. People, all the medication they've been giving the man like a guinea pig. People, not working for the man. People, he has no criminal record. They were all thrown out and a peace bond. People, people, people. Why are they holding on to this man? Not only that, people, he could have consent to all of this treatment. People, people, people. So why are they holding on to this man? Just shouting and asking, kiss me teeth and pass. Anyways, guys, enough about that. Let's pass and let's move on. Quick and fast. So we know that mental health plagued the black community a lot, especially in the black men. So let's unpack this quick and fast. And race has to do with it. Discrimination has to do with it, and a lot more to society. All right?
Hi, this is Dr. Ken Duckworth. I'm the Chief Medical Officer for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. We're very fortunate to have two guests today to help us understand more about the Black mental health experience. Our guests are Dr. Donald Grant and Harold Perrineau. And I want to thank you and just start by having you introduce yourselves a little bit. How do you touch upon this experience and what do you have to say to our viewers?
Donald, would you like to start, Dr. Grant?
Sure. I'm Donald Grant. I'm trained as a clinical psychologist, but I don't practice anymore. I'm in higher education, and I'm excited to be here with NAMI today because there's so many nuances and very intense risk factors that impact mental health in the Black community. And for an organization that's led by consumers, you all are doing the work right on the ground to be able to hear the
1 second. Let me answer this. 1 second. Interject 1 second. Who will take care of him if he comes out? Where are his family? Okay. His family is around. His family is around. His family is his guardian of his finances, and his family is around. But remember, the facility can't take care of him either. They're giving him medication and it's not working. So is it possible that all of these diagnoses that they claim say he has, he doesn't? And when you pack him up with all of these medication, there's side effects. So it's possible all of those medication they're giving that man is making him worse. So maybe when he come out after all of these medication, he will have 1 and 2 episodes, but you could place him in the hospital, give him the lowest dose of the medication till he calm down and let him back out. Why can't he not be like the rest of the people out here that's mentally ill? Why does he need to be locked up in a facility that's not working for him? So you're right. Good question. Who will take care of him? Where's his family? His mom is out here fighting hard. Let's continue.
To share this conversation and to really get to the root of some of the concerns regarding Black mental health, particularly with Black men in this specific instance.
And my name is Harold Perrineau. I am an actor. I've been an actor for over 30 years. Most recently, I've been on a television show on TNT called Claws, where I play a character whose name is Dean, and Dean is an autistic man, and I am here because
sometimes Black men have autistic and they say schizophrenia, you know, people. Sometimes you just look a bit edgy and look a little bit, we'll say weird. And they were gone all the way to schizophrenia that you're mentally ill. And at times, allegedly, when you all deal with the police, if you're not careful, that's what they throw on you if you're not careful. And then you have it in our Black culture that they will say that you're mentally ill. They tried that shit with me. And years later down the line, we found out who was really mentally ill. I'll give you guys a little bit of story about that when I done unpack this. Because we're not joke about ya. We're here to talk about everything and every little thing. All right? So let's continue.
I've been an advocate for mental health and mental health concerns in the Black community and misdiagnosing and misunderstanding it.
What did I tell you?
One of the reasons I wanted to do this character.
What did I say? Misdiagnose? Didn't I not say that? A lot of time you have something and them say you have something else. A lot of time you maybe have a little bit of mental health where you just need to be reinforced. Someone to talk to and them gone all the way as schizophrenia. So a long time they've been misdiagnosing us and get away with it. But remember, the medication is a multi-billion industry. And remember, this institution get a mad money from taxpayers, so we're not surprised. Let's continue.
Because I thought having a character like this in your homes every week maybe maybe some people will, instead of seeing it as a threat, see it as someone they understand or know, and open up the conversation that way. So,
and so many people can relate to, living with an autistic spectrum disorder.
Yes.
Right. And so your capacity to convey that, which is, pretty remarkable, is a way for people to identify with things. Dr. Grant, I want to start with you. It's well established that men in general are less likely to seek help.
Yep.
And are much more likely to end up with bad outcomes like suicide.
Yep. Why? You want me to interject with that? Because in the black community, shut up. Shut up and put up. Be a man. Don't be a sissy. What you crying about? Shut up. Battle your fear. Be strong. You're a man in the black community. So a lot of times the black community ain't coming out here to tell you anything. In the black community, times they're not coming to explain. They're rather to suffer in silence and end up dying. Suicide. Because when you come out here as a black man, say this and that, you look as sissy, weak. You're not strong. You feel man up. We need to stop it, like right now. Let's unpack it.
You take that lens and focus it more on the black male experience.
I think that's a wonderful question. When we look at how mental health operationalizes itself and we kind of drop that inside toxic masculinity or any type of masculinity, many of us have been trained early on not to be able to access our feelings.
What did I tell you?
Are raised being told you're not supposed to cry.
What did I say? So am I a doctor? What I've been telling you guys, people, when I come talk, don't think I'm talking shit. I'm on point. Girl is not out here dumb and dunce. Girl is not just out here loud and crude and rude. We know what we're saying. Let's unpack.
You're not supposed to emote. And we know that crying is actually one of the biological abilities that we have to literally release stress from our bodies. And so I think that's the first thing as it relates to general masculinity. And then we have the injuries associated with interpersonal and structural racism.
Yep.
That really even make it more challenging for black men to really access the words,
yep,
thoughts, because there may be a risk to a loss of social capital or physical capital,
yep,
if in fact you engage in this space.
And then when you know sometimes you go tell your workplace, you will lose all your job allegedly. Sometimes when you go to these doctors, sometimes that don't look like us allegedly. It's a different story. So black men, you guys out here struggling. So do you have mental illness? Are you suffering in silence? Let's have a conversation. Do you need a shoulder to cry on? Reach out to me in my email. I'm here to listen. Simple as that. Let's unpack.
Are honest about, what this looks like for us. And I don't want to minimize also the systems of the healthcare world that have disenfranchised black people across history.
What did I say?
Great book called...
Are you hearing it from a doctor? So didn't I not tell you, say, when it goes to some of these doctors, they treat us different. Hear it from their doctor itself. So anybody in them feelings, don't come and say I'm talking about, and I'm spewing hate crime, and I'm spewing hate, and I'm always talking about racism. Let's keep it at reality, a buck or two. Hear the doctor telling you for your own self, brother. The discrimination that black folks goes on when it comes to healthcare. Yes, indeed. So true. So let's unpack it.
Medical Apartheid by Harriet Washington that speaks to how these things have happened. And so when we add on top of the environment, racism, and the mistrust that many of us have with the mental health community, which there's evidence to demonstrate there's some truth to it. The Tuskegee experiment was within the...
And we saw the evidence with the black guy was eaten by the bed bug. And we saw the evidence with the guy that we just spoke about, the story that the medication is not working. They had the man like a guinea pig. So we see all of those examples. And there's many and many and many and many and many. So that's why I bring the big bad doctor to come telling you, because I'm not lying. Let's continue.
Living memory. And even today, we don't have enough black clinicians.
Yep.
We don't have enough non-black clinicians who are culturally and practically trained
yep.
to work with black folk. And so I think the combination of all those things...
Because a lot of black folks are not getting into this kind of field. A lot of black folks are not going to school, getting a career, because they have to be out here working to make ends meet. So if you have to think about money now and school now, you're going to pick money now. Seriously. So the world is not fair. And Donkey will say the world is not level. Let's continue.
Yes. Gap really makes it challenging pathway forward for black men to seek and get appropriate help.
See?
Dr. Grant, when I'm asked in Boston, can you find me an African-American clinician for
See?
my son, for my family member, I'm literally operating on two hands, right, in terms of the number of people that I know and trust who are fabulous. So let's think about, like, workforce. Like, how do we create it so that more people want to choose this as a vocation?
One more thing, we're going to jump off of this.
To be in service to the community, because obviously they understand the cultural experience in a way that even a culturally humble, non-black person will have trouble with.
Yep.
Yeah, we need people with the lived experiences, and I think that what artists like Harold are doing are kind of breaking those stigmas inside the household, so that historically, there was a comedian years ago who said the only mental health disorder that's ever existed in the black community was a nervous breakdown.
Yep.
And in reality, Uncle Johnny had bipolar disorder.
See there?
Concerns. It wasn't a nervous breakdown, but because we have not always been fortunate to have language to these things.
Yep.
Somebody like Harold Perrineau who's saying, I'm going to play this character, and I'm going to with integrity, and I'm going to speak to doctors and learn about.
So I don't want to drag it out, people. I'm sure you guys got the drift. So I don't need to drag this out at all. So you see where we're going with this? So are you suffering from mental illness? Are you seeking help, and are you comfortable with the help that you have? Are you running from the help? Do you need someone to speak to? On some occasion when you think that your mental health is right there in front of you? Remember, mental illness could jump out anywhere, anytime, at work, on the bus, anywhere. Does your family dump pack your mental illness, what you're going to do from what you're not going to do? When you start slapping the shit out of your family because your mental illness is on a rampant, does your family going to call the police? Go slap you in a hospital? Or they just going to continue to work it out, work you out till you mash up the place and calm down? I am not sure. Just saying that, people. So if you need an ear to talk to or anything, you can reach me out on my email. I'm here to listen without bringing your business on the internet. Okay, guys? Kiss me teeth and pass, literally. From there, we're going to unpack some other stuff. And we're going to leave this mental health situation alone. Another day, we'll come and unpack some other things. And when I do have some more resources, I am going to insert it. When I drop this content in the description, I am going to insert all the resources that you could go and seek help if you care to. Okay, guys? That's a little I could do. We all in this, in this, and you never know when you're going to have a mental illness situation, because it happened to all kind of people. It doesn't discriminate. All right? Oh, Father God, I tell you, what is this we're coming to? But we can't say that much. All right. Let's go. One second, guys. So there was a judge who knew she was racist. And I mean, say it, it's the title. There was a judge that knew she was racist, know that she really don't like black people, but she still went to school for law, still went to school to be a judge. A lot of times when you see these people find themselves in this kind of power, they already had that belief. Because once you have power, then you could act on your racistness, your biasness, your pre-biasness, and all of these things that come with racism. A judge didn't know that she was caught and recording, talking all kind of ish and ash. Let's unpack.
Louisiana judge is looking sedatives for the onslaught of racist
Hold on.
used in a video at her home that she...
Back up. We're not talking about what excuse she brought. Let's talk about what she said, and then we bring her excuse after. 1 second. So she went on a racist rant, knowing that she's a judge. I am not sure why my thing is so low. I did everything to turn up the volume. I don't know why is it so low. I don't know. I look to see why is it, I don't know. It's not telling me why is it low, people. But anyways, let's get to this one. One second. It's coming, guys.
What if you can create
One
your
second.
own web?
A local judge accused of making racist and homophobic comments is vacating her position after being removed from her docket more than a year ago.
It's a story the 7 investigators first broke in September of 2024. 7 investigator Heather Catallo is here with what she has learned.
This has been a long process. You'll recall we revealed recordings of Judge Kathleen Ryan making some shocking statements. Judge Ryan has essentially been on paid leave for 15 months and once described herself in those recordings as untouchable. The Judicial Tenure Commission has been investigating this for more than a year, but they did not.
15 months on taxpayers' dollars after this racist ass got caught red-handed, you see? Some people would have got fired right away, and some people could. That's why I keep on telling you. You hear Kanye West sings about this. You talk about some other people, you banish right away. You talk about some other ethnic group, you still get paid 15 months continuously. So there's rules for others and rules for none. Let's continue.
Take action against her. Her lawyer is confirming to me late today that she is retiring, and the vacancy for her position has already been posted by the governor's office for potential candidates. So she's retiring, she's not fired, so she's still gonna get her pension off taxpayers after she was racist. And possible her racist ways handed many sentences down to black people. That was not necessary. So you're a racist and you're a judge dealing with the public. And you know who called her out? One of her own. Let's unpack. To apply for an appointment to the bench.
Listen.
I can honestly say that. Okay, I'm not systemically racist. I'm a new racist.
The 7 investigators were the first to reveal the recording.
Do you hear what the judge says? Let me back it up.
Investigators were the first to reveal.
Back it up.
I'm not systemically racist. I'm a new racist.
The 7 investigators were the first to reveal the.
She's not systematic racist. She's a new racist. No, you've been racist from you got that job and want to go in that job. That's why you find yourself in that job, because you have power to do all kind of shit to people what that don't look like you. I'm happy you got caught still. Resign, oh yes indeed. Resign, please and thank you, because you're dangerous.
Recordings that Oakland County officials say prompted Judge Kathleen Ryan's removal from her docket in August of 2024.
Black. I'm so off at this Black Lives Matter, hashtag Me Too. All this. Oh my God, like, you.
On Wednesday, a judicial vacancy was posted on the State Bar website saying the former Oakland County Chief Probate Pro Tem Judge was vacating her position on the bench.
Look at it. You can look at her face and see how she is. Look at her.
Probate judge for 13 years.
Look at Karen.
County Probate Court Administrator.
This is the guy who blew the whistle.
Alleging Ryan had been harassing him, calling him after hours for years, and making racist and other inappropriate.
He's the one who blew the whistle. Thank you for this good white guy. Oh my, not everybody's the same. Let's continue.
Appropriate comments.
I've never met anybody that enjoys hurting people and brags about it the way she does, or intimidating people, scaring people.
Hutton says his complaint was not acted on for months, so he then sent the recordings of his calls with Judge Ryan to.
It wouldn't acted right away because she's a judge, white judge, and she's talking about black folks. Those things are slow to your roll. Allegedly, don't mix me. I'm not in my feelings. We gotta say it, always say it at all times.
State and county officials.
I just want to make it right, and I want the people in Oakland County that come to court to get a fair shake.
Exactly. If you're racist, you won't give them a fair shake.
An unbiased trier of facts.
If you're black in any other country, you're doing way better. If you're an American black person, then you're a lazy piece of.
You see?
Ryan has been paid for the last 50.
So what did they say? Black Americans are a lazy piece of shit. So you remember a couple days ago when I was talking about when somebody came and talked about another Jamaican looking for free things to go pack away, I'm kissing my teeth, because you hear the question I asked, why would you be in America, born in America, have the documents, don't have a job, don't have nowhere to live? So you see what the thing is out here saying? They claim, so when you're black and live in America, you're a lazy piece of shit. I didn't say it, the judge did. Oh my, let's continue.
15 months while she was out of the courthouse, and taxpayers have been footing the bill for visiting judges to handle her docket. Now her lawyers say she is retiring and leaving the bench.
Judicial Tenure Commission investigations are not
Ah.
the point.
So what was her excuse? They always have excuse. I'm in fear for my life. I didn't see the person. I didn't know what to do. And they were aggressive. And the whole none that they come with when they're ready to justify their nonsense. So here's her excuse. Let's back it up and get to the excuse of this woman. What was her excuse, folks? What was your excuse now, lady? Let's find you an excuse quick and fast. And like kiss my teeth and pass and said, oh my. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? 1 second, guys. Hold on. Right here, I think. Right here.
A Louisiana judge is blaming sedatives for the onslaught of racist slurs used in a
She blamed what? Sedatives. What did she blame?
Judge Michelle O'Donnell
Says she was high.
Taking an unpaid leave
Medication.
but insists that she's not quitting the bench. CNN's Ryan Young joins us now. So Ryan, what else is her attorney and what is she saying right now?
What do you think about this, Kate?
And one thing I hate, when some racist things shit drop, they put a black person right there to endure the racism same way. Because here's a judge talking all kind of shit about black folks, but you put a black man there to come and explain it. Really? All of these things just make my blood boil, but it has nothing to do with me, to be honest.
When this video is going viral, a lot of people asking questions about what was going on inside this home. And I got to tell you, we bleeped a lot of this audio, but some people may find the language they're about to hear pretty offensive. A home video showing outdoor surveillance footage of an altercation with a burglary suspect.
They're like, hold up.
We can't see their faces, but the people are watching and are heard commenting on the video at times using racist language. And mom's yelling, nigger! The people who are watching the video are heard using the N-word over and over, and sometimes laughing. At one point, saying the suspect was like a roach.
Nigger roach. You hear the judge in the background, bro?
Judge Michelle Onyet. It is unknown who recorded the video from the inside of the home or who is speaking and how it became public. Now Onyet is facing calls for her resignation. I will discuss. Local advocate and activist Gary Chambers is among those calling for the judge to step down.
More than one judge did it. She did it. Everybody did it. They're all here doing these things. So a lot of them that used to find themselves in power, they know exactly why they find themselves there. Because if you hate people in the public, people of color, and you find yourself on the bench, you could do even more worse to a black person. If you hate Mexicans, when you get on the judge and you're a police officer, you'll do worse when you see them. If you have some kind of racist rhetoric, you'll be out here in public shouting like Donald Trump, doing all kind of shit. So these are the things that I'm talking about. So woe unto be America. America still have a long way to go. Kiss my teeth and pass, literally. From there, guys, let's wrap up this live. I gotta go, man. I've been on here long enough. So let's wrap up this live quick and fast. I want to say, when it comes to Sunday, Soulful Sunday, may peace, love, joy be with you on this day and every day. All right, guys? I want to talk about a few other things. I was going to talk about this, but I'm going to leave it until I confirm it. So we're going to leave that, all right? Let me see if I could find it. If I can't find it, I'm literally going to kiss my teeth and pass. Didn't I not screenshot this shit, man? I did. Whoa. I think I lost it. Okay, then. Let's get in the thing for a second. 1 second. Let's get in my laptop for a second. I gotta go outside, guys. I gotta go and do a few things. Gotta get out of here. 7 days a week, guys. I'm always on the go, no matter what. 1 second. Let me try to find it for you guys. So remember Young Thug. Remember Young Thug had a whole ish and ash and a whole trial. His friend them turned on him. His lawyer was locked up. The black judge was removed. All of this chaos. Well, the judge says Young Thug trial is over. Please give him back all his stuff.
Judge has ordered the Fulton County District Attorney's Office to turn over rapper Young Thug's belongings. They were seized as part of a criminal investigation where prosecutors accused him of running a street gang known as YSL. He pleaded guilty to some charges in 2024 after a lengthy criminal trial, but received no additional jail time. A judge says his personal items, which include cars, guns, and nearly $150,000 in cash, must be returned by 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Judge, mighty God we serve. Mighty God we serve. So I literally had to just kiss my teeth and pass. All right? Literally had to kiss my teeth and pass. Let's talk about this for a second. Canada Post carried fired, hoarding 6,000 pieces of mail, gets back his job. So he's a carrier, and he wasn't delivering the mail, allegedly. And when they find out, they find him with 6,000 mail. So when you're not getting your mail, you should realize this mail being awarded. They fired him and he got back his job because he has an underlying PTSD. So this man can't get back his job, but yet still other people that suffer with this situation can be locked up in a facility. So I told you, people can have this kind of problem and still function in the public with a little bit of help. So if this man have PTSD, hoarded the government mail, not supposed to hold on to the government mail, because government mail, you'll be locked up. Lost his job and they had to reinstate him. Then it tells you quite clear. So I'm just trying to I'm trying to show you what's going on. A lot of people can have issues, have a job, function. Other people can have issues, misdiagnosed, medication is not working, but still locked up in a facility. Just saying, just shouting it out loud. Okay, guys? From there, let's finish up this content quick and fast. Where I'm at. Where I'm at. Is it this? 1 second. So somebody came and showed me this. No, I'm going to put it out right now. Somebody came and showed me this, and I told the person, come out of my phone. These people are no longer item in my life. These people come out here and say them a pop all kind of money popping everywhere, but we're out here hearing now that they're doing some kind of GoFundMe for back to school drive. So me I show you this so you can be my witness. That we don't give a shit about them and never give a shit about them. I don't know this girl and I don't want to know this girl. She claims she know all kind of things about me, but at the end of the day, want to keep their life secret. So if you guys gonna send me this now, me I gonna put it out here because them always follow me up. Me put it out here, me no give a shit about them because them claims them have all kind of money and out here beg all the time. So me don't care. So me just have to highlight that and show you this. I say that to say this. Leave it here, so. The same mental illness that we're talking about, it's them set of people. Yeah, that person there where you see me show right, there's a them set of people there. And they pick on me for a long time, And they come out and claim, say, I have mental illness and I should quit my job and go on disability. Now I want you guys to do the math. If you're on disability, you get a check once a month. And if your work depends on the month, you get 3 paychecks, depends on. So hobby call me, so I gotta run, guys. I gotta run. Because business as always, right? All right. So them claims say, I should quit my job. Right? And go on disability. Depends on the month, you get paid twice or sometimes 3 times. Depends on the month. Depends on how you're getting paid. If you're getting salary, if you're getting paid every week, or you're getting paid bi-weekly. Depends on the pay. So me could have quit my good job, my good paycheck to go sit on disability and get money for once a month. You know why them out here shout that? Because they had somebody in their camp who had mental illness and she come out and talk all over the years. And you know what they did? They never find any resources for that person in their camp that had mental illness. They use her to harass my kids, harass me, call my son university, and the whole nine that they did over here. So if you have a friend that is mentally ill, and you use her to do all of the fuckery out there to post up people, kids, put all kind of things in a pick them out, do all kind of things, then how can you guys give me advice of what to do with myself if I think I'm mentally ill or don't think I'm mentally ill? May that make sense for me? Not only that, them out here shout. They out here shout. You are cleaner. You are PSW. You are cleaner. You are PSW. You are pretend for wear scrub. If you go clean people yard. When it boil all the way down, people will get to understand. They claim I am a PSW. Could I be mentally ill and be a PSW looking after seniors? When they were shouting that I'm pretending to wear scrub, then I have the right to wear the scrub if I'm a PSW, which I'm not. And if you know me in a real life and friend people on the cyber world that you never go out on a vacation with, you never go to them birthday, you never go to them wedding, you never go to their children, nothing. And you only talk on WhatsApp, Instagram, and phone calls, and don't know them from Adams, will never meet them, then I'm me mentally ill? Fast forward to that now, man. 3 years later. One of the old creature them and the old cockroach them end up come out, come confess how depressed they were. How mental illness I work them out till them have to shave off them head. So who get the last laugh? We're not making fun of mental illness, you know, but be careful the blow one out here send. A long time I sit on my knee with God when it come to one wicked people. A long time remember say me tell you, say me hate you, me will hate you forever until me dead. And hate is a powerful word. You see, when I go and pray, I don't pray to forgive you guys. Not one day. All I always ask Almighty God to keep me going and keep me foot on the neck. Them say Almighty God don't answer bad prayers. But all I ask Almighty God for make on days has been numbered and make on feel the worst that you ever feel in life. Because enough innocent people no pick pan out here. And enough innocent people no bring down out here. And enough innocent people no slow out here. So when me hear una come 3 years, 4 years later, come talk about say una this, una that, I'm not surprised whatever una get una deserve, una go get worse. God don't trouble God pick me. Don't play with God Almighty, children. Because when Almighty come with his wrath and asunder, una will never win. Because God don't like ugly. So me live to see this day. So that's why when that person show me that, me say, okay then, kiss me teeth. Me not go argue with nobody. But me go come talk about it. Because them always on the page. So we know out here make trouble. We just highlight the rest of the people them out here who thought they could have put a stigma on me that I'm mentally ill. But their name claims I'm mentally ill, but me managed to keep a job and the same job for years on top of years. Right now I'm a seniority. I have seniority now. I park on the ground. Don't have to get up and clean off my car unless me park outside of my house. Get any shift that I want. Got a raise. Manage for raise me youth them. Manage for always make sure them have food and everything to eat. Manage that they could go to school, go to college and university. And manage to keep a job. The same job over the years. And manage to come out and come have a conversation with them. So me want to know who's mentally ill. But you know come out and come shout it out. Thanks for come out, come spill on the beans. So what no hurt and no got you, no was trying to project it on me. And the reason why no didn't want me to go up on disability, then me couldn't shop like how me could have shop. And then me couldn't have me look a mini store in my house. And me couldn't go to anywhere when me want to go with my kids. And me couldn't buy all the good name brand things and what me want. You guys were trying to stop my happiness. But so said, so sad, you come out. Yeah, with phone and happiness. You saw God not sleep? You see 3, 4, 5 years later, God not sleep. So who God bless? No man curse. Just remember, guys, that a lot of demons out here want you to falter, want you to fail. And you see, when nothing now go on for them, they want the same thing with ya to happen with you. And you see, when them a go down the drain and I go down hell gate, they want to draw you with them. Don't let them take your soul and your sorrow from you. Because Almighty God is real. Okay, guys? So I had to come and tell you all of that. Kiss me teeth and pass. All right, guys? I'll catch you guys another time. May blessing locate you today from all corners of the earth and fill your life with peace. Have a beautiful Sunday until we meet again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell when I come with these great ordeal topics. Okay, guys? Peace and love. Watch the shorts. Watch the videos. Bye.